This is Willis Combs, and we're here with my friend Adam. And Adam is going through kind of the process of breaking up. Would that be a fair description?
Yeah, pretty fair.
It's,
For like the third time with the same girl.
yeah, so they've kind of been breaking up here and there, on and off, for what, the past 3-4 weeks? Would that be fair?
Oh, I'd say last 3 months.
Last 3 months?
Yeah, since May.
So give kind of the listeners a rundown of what's happened with your relationship with her.
Well,
Dated her for a couple months, sorry.
Well, we dated for about a month, and then she always has, an itch to go off, and she wants to party too much, and she likes to go do drugs a lot. So,
What was the first sign, do you think, to see that? You said she got the itch.
yeah, she gets the itch every so often. Typically, always happen about once every 3 to 4 weeks. She'd get an itch to go party and take off for about a week at a time, sometimes 2 weeks. And that's just the way she was, off and on. She did that. This would be the third time to me in 3 months where we'd be fine for a few weeks, and then she'd get an itch and say she has somewhere to be in the bad part of town and take off for a week.
Tell the people listening what's your party, how much do you like to go out and drink, or how often are you partying?
I mean, I go out maybe, once every few weeks, have an occasional beer. I don't go out and party anymore. I'm
What's
getting a little
the
too
ideal
old.
girl, I guess, is probably a better question.
The ideal girl's one that has no problem with sitting home, cooking, just watching a movie. She doesn't have to go out and drink every night or go do drugs every night or party, 3-4 times a week.
Yeah. So just occasional, maybe.
Yeah, just
Football
occasional
games or
football games, occasionally, heading out to the bar, having a couple drinks, and heading back to the house.
More of a happy hour.
More of a happy hour
thing.
social type thing, yeah. Not
Yeah.
staying out till 4 in the morning, getting plastered drunk, and me having to hold her hair back while she pukes when we get home.
Yeah.
And not something I really want to have to go through. I'm getting too old for that.
So tell us about this, what went wrong and why did... You said you had helped her out with the phone.
I helped her out, with the phone, and I've bought her clothes, helped her out, stuff like that. It's another thing she texted me earlier was like, "Can I get my stuff back?" I'm like, "I pay for that stuff, so no." But I was like, "I'm probably gonna throw it in the trash." But she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have a car, she doesn't really have money, and granted, she never asked me for anything, but I helped her out here and there, and no matter what I did for her, she'd still take off on me for a week or two at a time and go on her little binges, and she would just think it was okay for me to sit back while she did it, and me just, not hear from her for days on end, which I didn't think was right.
So let me ask you, because I'm sure there's some people listening that want to know. There's some guys, I've had friends that have dated girls, and the women were dating them to have that financial stability or whatever.
Right, absolutely.
Do you think that played a part in this, or do you think this was just you helping somebody? Or
No, I think it played a part in it, because her other guys she used to date, were drug addicts. They probably didn't have any money and nowhere to live, so, the situation with them was probably way worse than how it was with me,
Do you think she took advantage of that?
She would ask me for stuff, later in dating. When we first started, she would ask for anything, I'd just do it for her. But then as we got on, she asked me, "Hey, can we go shopping? Can we go do this? Can we go do that?" So I think eventually it became, comfortable for her where she knew I had money all the time.
Did she have the expectation of you paying for
Yeah,
shopping and
pretty
stuff?
much, yeah. Towards the end of it, yeah. So.
Yeah, what, would you tell any guys anything? Would you have any advice to maybe help them avoid a situation?
Yeah,
like
if your girl's addicted to something, it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. It could be alcohol or gambling or anything like that. Any sort of bad addiction that they have the itch to always do, just stay away from them. That's the best advice, because you don't want to have to deal with all that drama 24/7.
So tell us what went wrong with you guys. What happened here?
I keep in touch with her during the day to make sure she's doing okay.
Yeah.
Make sure she's, staying clean when she's gone.
Well, you've been dating her for what?
We've been dating for months, and then,
That's been...
from 10 o'clock in the morning to about 3, she was texting right back every time I text her, and then, last night, I didn't speak to her for about 5-6 hours, started texting her about 10 o'clock, well, actually about 8:30. Texted her a couple times through 11, then called twice and got no response, and, I told her she had a couple minutes to call me back, and she never did, so I was assuming she was out doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing, or with somebody she wasn't supposed to be with, so I had her phone turned off. And then this morning I got, responses on Facebook. She called me a prick because I had her phone cut off because she was going to respond to me, but she didn't have a chance because I cut her phone off at 11. Even though I was texting her for 3-4 hours prior.
Please tell them about the phone call to your sister.
Oh, yeah, and she wanted to get the phone turned back on, so she called my sister and asked her for my social security number, which is extremely hilarious to me because I don't know what human being that's, right-minded would call somebody else's family asking them for their social to get their phone turned back on that's not their name. So I'm pretty much assuming she was high when she called.
So sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
So let me ask you, because I'm sure everybody's wondering, what makes this breakup different than the other two?
Because I had control of it.
Because you were the one to initiate.
I was the one that initiated instead of her just taking off for 2 weeks and not responding to me for a week at a time.
Do you think you'll still hear from her here in the future? You said you've already been talking to her today.
I'm probably hear from her once she hits rock bottom again and gets bad on drugs and wants help, like she did the first 2 times.
Have you not been talking to her?
So I've been talking to her on Facebook, but she's basically just been cussing me out, calling me a prick, so I turned the phone off. And she wants me to leave her clothes with somebody to get picked up. I told her the clothes I paid for it. No, I don't think so.
This is Willis Combs. You can grab a copy of our book over at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can also visit pickupdater.com and sign up for our free newsletter and get some more dating tips. And please like this video and share it with your friends, family, and colleagues. Have a great afternoon.